we've been in the same location for 185 years.
Your grandma tells a story about people drive up and they say, "What time is the museum open?" I always say, "Well, Sundays at 8 o'clock or 10:30 we're open."
Well, I mean, you figure all the turmoil that has gone through that church over the years, and we're still there.
On July 21st, 1861, after the First Battle of Manassas, Union soldier John Rice was wounded and left for dead near Sudley Church. Local residents Amos and Margaret Benson found the young man on the side of the road and nursed him back to health. In 1886, Rice returned to the battlefield and found the Bensons and asked how to repay them. The Bensons were members of Sudley Church and told him how the congregation was debt-ridden from repairing their destroyed sanctuary, which had been used as a hospital during the Civil War battles. When Rice returned home, he took his story to the local newspaper. Within 4 days, he had raised more than enough to cover the church debt.
If Amos and Margaret were around, Benson, would you have a story, Jackie, about what the place was like and how important it was to them to have a faith community in the midst of the garden of the pasture and the farmland of Cat Harpin? I was at the graveyard at the church one day and a car pulled up, but I thought, well, maybe they need some help. So I said, "Y'all, hi." "Oh no, we just got off 66. My little girls were upset. They were just hot and tired and crying. We were looking for a beautiful spot to just meditate." And I said, "Well, take your time." I opened the gate, the big gate there. And I said, "If you want to drive up, just drive up." He says, "No, we just want to walk and sit." They were there for about an hour. And I wished him goodbye. And I said, "Well, return anytime you want to." And he said, "This was so peaceful." And I never really realized that graveyards really could be a place of peace and meditation. But for some, ours is, except for one lady at the Oyster Turkey. I said, "You can park in the graveyard." She went, "Oh no." And
so the graveyard, that end was always the overflow parking.
Yeah.
Environmental concerns and Christianity walk hand in hand. That's my viewpoint. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the garden.